Hey, this is Dr. Eric Osansky, and on Monday, June 8th, I am going to have a 21-day overcoming hyperthyroidism challenge. And so I decided to put together a quick video discussing 5 goals of this upcoming challenge. So goal number 1 is to show you how to optimize your thyroid and immune system health through daily lessons and priority action steps. So every single day, a pre-recorded lesson will be released, as well as a daily priority action step. And then goal number 2 is to assist you in helping you find or remove your triggers. So in April, this past April, we had a more general thyroid immune challenge. And a few people who attended said that the challenge itself helped them to find their triggers. So that's one of the main goals. We talk about all the different triggers, so and how to find triggers. So that's the goal, is to help you try to find your triggers, help you to give you the guidance to remove your triggers. And then goal number 3 is to get all of your questions answered through the daily coaching calls and weekly Q&A sessions. So Monday through Friday, there will be a daily 30 to 45 minute daily coaching call, and then once per week, a 90-minute Q&A session. In April, I had 3 Q&A sessions as well, and they all exceeded 2 hours. So my guess is they'll probably also exceed 2 hours, but we'll see. We'll see how many questions there are. As for our daily coaching calls, probably be closer to 45 minutes an hour, but again, we'll see. I will be rotating the times to accommodate people in different time zones. So in April, I had all the calls at 8, or at least the Monday through Friday, they were all at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And then I did have a Saturday one at 1 p.m. But this time, I will be rotating, having a few of the daily coaching calls at 1 p.m., a few of the daily coaching calls at 9 p.m. Eastern time. This way, we, again, accommodate people in different time zones. Goal number 4 is to allow you to connect with others who have hyperthyroidism and want to address the root cause of their condition. So in April, we had a single community, which was through a program called Kajabi. And Kajabi is where all the recordings were hosted, but there's also a membership, a group membership option, or a community. So I was thinking about doing Facebook, but I know not everybody wants to participate on Facebook. And while Kajabi is great, it does have some limitations. So what I decided this time is to have 2 communities. And I'm not sure how it'll go, but there'll still be one on Kajabi. And again, we had a good amount of engagement, people joining, but since there were limitations, we're going to have one also on Facebook this time. And you could join both groups. You could join one group. And there was some people in April who didn't join the Kajabi group. So you don't have to join either group if you don't want the community aspect, although I do recommend joining at least one of the groups, but ultimately that's your decision. And then goal number 5 is to put you on the path to reversing your hyperthyroid condition so that you can avoid radioactive iodine and thyroid surgery and feel great again. So this, of course, is the overall goal, even though it's listed as goal number 5. This is why most people are going to join, because they want to do everything they can to avoid radioactive iodine and thyroid surgery and feel like their old self, and want to do everything to reverse their hyperthyroid condition. So again, this is goal number 5. And that is pretty much all I wanted to discuss here. So thank you so much for watching. And for more information or to join the challenge, you could visit this website, which is overcominghyperthyroidism.com. And again, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next challenge.
If anybody's thinking about trying this challenge, I was a little bit hesitant, but I'm so glad I did. And I learned so much. If it has anything to do with money-wise, I would have paid a lot more. I'll tell you that. But if it's not, if it's money-wise, then it's understandable. But it's all worth it. And I thank you for that, Dr. Eric Osansky and your team so much. Thank you.
I wanted to save my thyroid, and I wanted to do the least invasive measures. I don't want to have my thyroid operated on or surgically removed. And this program really gives me hope that I can heal my thyroid naturally. And with all the examples that Dr. Eric and his team have helped so many people, and he's done it himself. It's really powerful to learn from someone that has conquered thyroid disease himself. And I think that one firsthand account and experience on top of being a doctor, that really gives me a lot of confidence in what Dr. Eric has to say.
I've spent vast amounts of money over the years trying to get my health better. And I've seen loads and loads of alternative practitioners. But this challenge will help you understand all your own triggers and what you need to eliminate in your life to help improve your health.
After being, 26 days in, I would say to do it for sure, because I feel like that I'm going to find the triggers that have caused my autoimmune conditions, and that I'm going to be able to get in remission and get off of medication, which are two of my goals at the end of this.
You are very detailed. I like that you're very detailed. And when you answer questions, you kind of go, you give a little bit more, you give examples, you don't rush through things. So I found that really helpful. And also go back to the action steps. For me, like as you can tell, my time is really limited. So the action steps, knowing exactly this is what you're going to start doing. And it's like, okay, good. Now I know what I'm going to start doing. You're not what I like about how you did the challenge is I didn't have to do any extra research. All I had to do was watch the video and do the action step. And that's really helpful, because sometimes you sign up for these things and now you got to look up this and look up that.
I would definitely say is a very good value for money, because first of all, you get a lot of content. There are the extensive Q&A sessions that we have, where a lot of questions are being answered. And then, of course, you have the conversation with lifestyle coach, which was also very beneficial. And then, of course, all the content is stored in the membership area. So all the links and the recordings you can review them over there, because it's a lot of content, of course. But of course, having access to the membership area means that you can review it whenever you want. So it's very good value for money.
I mean, you've got so many resources posted up there. You've got links. And every time you mention something, you put the link up there. You've got resources. You've got your outlines. So, that was worth what I paid. And the lifestyle call was worth what I paid, and the class. So it's kind of like it got tripled or quadrupled or something. So yeah, a lot of value, I'm going to be going back and referring to stuff later. And you took a lot of time to do that. I mean, you could have just been given the class and let go, but you take the time to post all this stuff. So thank you.
I think I was able to find my root causes, and one of them, if I can just say that right now, it happened to be, I believe, mold. And that's the one that I would never have thought about. But the more that I examined, like I said, as I plucked away at the petals, I realized that I live in Washington State and it's really kind of damp here. And I realized that it all made sense. So I would not have come to that conclusion without you and your help.
What I gained most from the course was the value of exploring all possible triggers, trying to find the right trigger. And I think in my case, there's multiple triggers, but I made progress in that respect. Learning about what to look for, how to explore what could possibly be causing my condition.
The diet and lifestyle call with Tracy was awesome. She was very motivating and supportive. And we talked a lot about gut health and different things that I could do for that. So yes, it was great.
But I want to say this. I learned more in the 30-day challenge than from 16 professionals and actually 28 books. So this challenge has really changed my life. So this is why I was so excited even just to tell people about it, even though I couldn't get on camera.
I have been on my journey for a very long time, and I've tried a lot of different resources. I've spent a lot of money, a lot of time, and I can tell you 100% that this is everything that you need to put into one great, amazing challenge, and it is invaluable. The price that you pay is nothing compared to what you gain from it.
For me, I was worried about the money part because I was like, $99, and for me, like right now where my life is, that's a lot. But I will say that it was the best investment. And I had to think about like, okay, this is investing in myself. And I think that if you are hesitant about doing the program, just think, if you have had just difficulty in really navigating through your hyperthyroidism or hypothyroidism, and you need access to someone that's very knowledgeable about what you went through, that genuinely cares about your well-being and wants to see your growth, I think that this is a program you should do and invest in yourself. Like if that's a lot to you, I get it. It's a lot to me, but it's worth it because, just the knowledge I gained because of this program was worth it. It was worth the money. So I think if you're feeling hesitant, just think this is worth the time and effort and energy to invest in myself, because I'm going to get a lot of information I otherwise wouldn't have. I'm going to have access to someone that knows what they're talking about. And I just think it's well worth your time to do this program.
There are a lot of things that I never knew about my taking care of my thyroid. So I feel very hopeful. I feel very good that, after doing this challenge, I'm going to be able to do it. Your understanding, your knowledge is phenomenal. I mean, it's just, and I would really, really encourage people to do it, because I think it was literally God sent, the challenge that you had.
You are selfless and you spend so much time with us every day, hours. It's supposed to be like an hour, and then you always go over, and you are just answer every person's question every single time, and about testing and just everything that you could think of that you want to know. You know it, and if you don't know it for some reason, there's some crazy question someone asks you, then you find out and you let us know afterwards.
I even went back and just went through all the days that we did, and for some reason I couldn't really particularly single out any one of the chapters to be more important than the other one, because all information that was shared for me was empowering me with the condition that I have. So I think singling one out, no, I don't think I would want to do that, because to me everything was equally important.
I think the challenge was a really good value for money, because because the amount of information, the kind of the takeaways that you would get, and the personal connection, and being able to kind of think about questions, make it completely, worth spending the time to investigate and to become more familiar with a very complicated aspect of our health. But obviously it's very important.
A lot of Q&A sessions, and then even after each coaching call every day, you gave us opportunity to ask questions. So even those questions that I didn't think about, like other participants or other members were asking, and that was helpful for me too. So it's nice hearing other people's questions and say, oh, I didn't even think about that, but yeah, I would have that question too. And you were so thorough with your answers, and I actually appreciate that. Some of the questions you didn't really have an answer for, but you didn't make it up. You just outrightly told us, hey, I don't know about it, but I'm going to research it for you. And you actually got back to us like the next day or even that same coaching session. So I really appreciate that.
It was a privilege to have access to someone that has so much information, has done so much research, and is just so present to be attentive to listen and how he can help. How can he guide? How can he direct? I mean, it was an environment where the exchange was so fluid and so easy. I think you would miss out if you did not participate in one of Dr. Eric's challenges.